Well, Abawashtet.
Wajay, everybody.
My name is Kyron Potts.
And I'm Scott Wabino.
And welcome to the Real Rank podcast.
Now it's time to get ranked.
And that was my first time saying that in a very long time.
Oh my God, it feels really good to be back. Honestly, it's been a hot minute.
It really has been a hot minute. It's been a steaming hot minute. And I'm very sorry.
I was just going to say it. We apologize. You know, life happens. We got so busy.
Fucking Crater just gave me a 1-2 combo. He just fucked me up. Fucked my shit up. Crater jumped me.
I really just rocked our shit last year.
Crater's like, you want to be my strongest soldier? Oh.
My strongest warrior?
Yeah, I'm like, no, Crater, please.
Please enough.
Yeah, I've been so strong for so long. I don't want to be strong no more.
Good job. Oh my God.
Just a flashback to me just being homeless at a fucking bench, just crying, just about to send myself to the psych ward. Crater's like, you're so strong.
Don't worry, you got this. You're your ancestors' wildest dream.
Fuck. Ancestors' wildest dreams is just me wearing a fucking blanket, just eating ramen, watching Netflix. Real sacred warrior.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's been a journey, to say the least.
It has been a journey.
From the last episode we released, we've been through a lot. We did a lot. We
been done a lot.
Did a lot of people.
Well, when was the last episode?
I believe the last episode we released was in July.
Holy fuck.
That is crazy.
I have trauma brain. I'm not good with times.
Was it July, actually?
Girl.
Or was it September?
You don't even know your own podcast. Fuck, I don't even know, and I'm the one who posts them.
Wait, I want to double check because I feel like
it's been at least 5 months. I want to say maybe 4 or 5 months because the last episode we did was at T's house. Remember?
No, the last episode we did was July 12th.
Was that at Tara's?
It was at Tara's house. Our manager.
July, oh my God, August, September, October, November, December, January. Holy shit, 6 months.
And it was, the last episode we did was the Coachella episode.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my
We just
goodness.
talked about the Coachella trip and...
Oh my God, that feels forever ago. How did I age 40 years in 6 months?
Oh my God, it's been a few... I don't know.
Fuck, man. I mean, listen, there has been a lot that's happened. Obviously, went through the breakup, didn't have a place to live, filmed the television show, really got immersed into that. And during the time that all of that was happening, I was apartment hunting while also still working. Because the work never stops, right? You got to work to turn the lights on and to feed yourself. So that always takes priority. And you have to do it kind of even when you don't feel like it because it's your bread and butter. It's literally how you survive. And I was living out of a storage unit, 2 of them, while couch surfing, while getting Airbnbs, while traveling all the time. And it was just a lot. And at one point, I remember just thinking, this isn't fun. I don't like this anymore. I really want this to be over. I feel... And when you're really struggling like that, mentally, emotionally, physically, you start to really understand who your friends are. Because I remember there was times where I would land in Toronto and not know where I was going to go. I had no place to go to. And I'm do I shell out another $250 for a hotel? Just for the night?
Oh my God,
and then I have to check out in the morning? Where the fuck am I going to go? It just felt really shitty. And then
I feel like I'm getting to that point right now too in my life because I've been doing that for years now, just traveling around.
It's been 4 years that you've been nomadic?
Okay. It hasn't been 4 years.
3? 2.5?
It's been I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because I will live in a place for a few months. I lived with you for a few months, lived with Danita for a few months.
When was the last time you had
my own place? Yeah, back in 2022.
That was Fort York, right?
Yeah, that was my Fort York apartment.
Yeah, that's 3 years ago.
It's almost 4 years now. It's 2026. Oh, that's fucking crazy.
I don't know how you do it.
I don't know. I think I got used to it for a while, but now today, I'm getting kind of tired of it now. And I just want, to be honest, I just want all my clothes in one spot.
No, that's so real.
Traveling with a suitcase, you only have limited wardrobe options. And it's rare that I ever come to Toronto too, to be able to switch out everything. And I did gain a little bit of weight over
a little.
It looks like I ate Scott.
I thought we were giving up lying in 2026.
Oh my God. So I'm like, I don't even know if I fit any of the clothes that I have in my storage unit.
You don't.
They were barely fitting in the first place. Oh, fuck. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting to that point now in my life where I'm just like, okay, it's time to settle down, and been looking for an apartment in Montreal. But just as recent, like just yesterday, I coming back to Toronto and like hanging out with you and Bliss and having that day in Kensington, it just made me miss Toronto actually. And I was like, am I actually really gonna move back? Like, I'm contemplating it.
Toronto misses you.
I know, I miss Toronto. I feel like there's always something to do here, and never bored, never bored. Yeah.
It's, to me, that's really what it is. If I didn't have any of my friends here the way I have them now, I don't think I would stay here.
That's the thing too. Yeah, I think that's what really pulls me to Toronto as well, is just the friend group that we made here and just the things that we do and the support that we have here. It's pretty...
Not that we couldn't build that somewhere else, but like this one is just so special.
It's just extra special. Yeah.
And it feels, and I'm so far away from home, from my actual family, that having chosen family here, which they do actually feel like family. They're not just like little bar friends that we have. They're like legitimate friends.
Yeah.
That like we know we can
Friendsgiving and everything.
People that we can actually go to and feel like family. And that's really tough to give up. Especially because like it's rare to find a group of like young Indigenous, like city natives who are navigating both res life and then coming into the city to like chase our careers.
Yeah.
And we all work in the same fields, like within proximity of each other in the community.
We're always crossing paths with our careers. Yeah.
And it's rare to find that, I think, because I'm always meeting young Indigenous people that are like, how do you find like friends? Like I want to meet like cool, like just like city Indians who like understand what it's like and who are just like trying to make it and like make something of themselves and like who are inspiring to be around and like who don't steal your shit and who don't fuck your man.
I don't know. I feel like there's still a couple of those people around here.
I've stolen your shit and fucked your man. No, but like that's honestly what it feels like. It's like this feels rare.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to give that up.
No, I
want to protect it for as long as I can.
I feel very blessed to have the friend group that we have because even just like hearing other stories of other friend groups, I'm like, oh, like my friends wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel really blessed and feel very lucky. And I miss everybody. I miss our land back gang. And
yeah,
hopefully we'll be able to get magic tattoos.
Yeah. Picture it, you guys. There's, I think,
there's like
12 of us?
12 of us, yeah.
12 to 15 of us. And we've had this group chat for like
years, since like pre-pandemic.
6 years. Yeah, even
like during the pandemic, I think is when we formed this.
Yeah, so about 6 years. And we used to hang out every effing day. And we called ourselves the Land Back Gang because we used to like always go to rallies and protests and little activations in the city. And
just looking good while we were there.
We'd just turn a look and just go and protest and just be little frontline baddies. So much fun. And
a lot of good memories.
We met a lot of people through that. And so it was just very, very natural to call ourselves Landback, the Landback Gang. And so, yeah, we've just had that for a long time. And then we came up with the idea of getting matching tattoos just very recently for your birthday coming up in February. I think we
should do it for my birthday. I think that'd be so fun. Get the girls together.
Yeah. Rent out a little space, maybe at a party room or something, and then just get a bunch of food, a bunch of drinks, and like have a nice little theme, and then hire a professional, just personal tattoo artist who'll just do the same tattoo on like fucking 15 of us in different places.
Oh my God. Yeah, maybe this is not a friend group. This is a cult.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, wait, what are we doing? I'm like, is there Kool-Aid?
We're going to do a blood sacrifice. Blood sisters.
Yeah. All of a sudden, we're just doing a seance. I'm like, you guys, what? How come all the candles?
How come there's so much candles in here?
Why is there blood on the walls?
What's with the pentagram?
How come there's so much salt? But yeah, so that's a really good idea for your birthday for February 3rd. How old are you turning?
Oh my God, I'm turning 31. Oh.
Who said that?
I'm turning 31, but I look 21 still.
Oh.
Hey.
21 where?
My hole.
Yeah.
I'm turning 31, but this hole is still 18.
That hole smells 68.
Yeah. That's so dumb.
That hole smells dead.
Oh. That's fucking
that's corpse
dumb.
mama.
Oh my. That's a rotten gut. Real fucking good. Oh my god, but yeah, but 31, I feel like this past year was crazy, because I was always scared of turning 30, to be honest. Like, the 30s are, when I was younger, the 30s sounded very intimidating, but then I realized that when I turned 30, we were all just navigating our shit still, and yeah, I was like, I feel excited to be 30 now, because I heard that 30s are the best years of your life, because the 20s were to fuck around and find out, basically. And the 30s is kind of where you plant your roots and you ground yourself and you grow, I feel like.
I sure as hell hope so.
I sure as hell hope so, too, because I need that in my life.
No kidding. I can't believe we used to think 30 was old.
I know. I mean, I still can't think.
I used to think, I remember when I was like probably, I want to say 17, 16. I was a teenager, and I knew that my sister was turning 27.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like 27 is crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like, she's an older woman. She's like, has her shit together, like all of these things. And the reality of it is that when I was 27, I remember thinking about it and being like, oh, bitch. No, I was just a big kid.
Oh my God. When I was 27, I thought I was going to join the 27 club. Because I remember when I was in high school, like when I was in my Tumblr phase, I was like so obsessed with like that grungy punk and like streetwear type of aesthetic. And I was really into like, I don't know, I was just a really depressed kid in high school. Yeah. I was just really into like, I don't want to like...
The idea of like people dying young?
Yes. That
romanticization.
The romanticization of dying young and being forever young and stuff like that. And
that's so toxic.
Being a part of the 27 Club with all of these different icons like Marilyn Monroe and
Kurt Cobain,
Amy Winehouse. Like, there's so many different individuals.
Courtney Love.
Yeah. Courtney Love's still alive.
Brittany Murphy.
Was she 27?
I'm just saying names.
Stupid.
I'm just listing off white people.
Brittany Murphy. I literally just watched Uptown Girls the other day. Loved her in 8 Mile too. Yeah.
But you got poonched on that hood of the car.
A fucking lucky bitch. Getting poonched by Marshall Mathers is my dream.
Ew, that was B Rabbit.
Oh my God. Yeah. We didn't even do our fucking usual intro. We just got too excited.
I can't remember how to be a podcaster, okay? I have no idea what's going on right now.
Well, first of all, who are you wearing today?
I'm wearing nobody. I'm wearing really nobody. This jacket is kind of cute. This jacket is blue with like...
I don't know why that was so funny. This jacket is like blue.
It's giving shades of blue. I don't know if they're leaves or
it's giving like
some sort.
A tapestry.
Yeah,
like
kind of giving curtains. It's kind of giving a grandma's couch a little bit in a nice way. It's giving
like
Hawaiian, maybe a little bit.
Shirt. Yeah, like those shirts that tourists wear.
Anyway, it's from Zara. And then this wife beater is also from Zara. Yeah. And then these pants are these are just regular denim blue jeans from Levi's. And then I'm wearing your socks. And they're real huge.
I know the socks that I got gifted for Christmas.
They're like fucking huge. They come up to my knees.
They're real warm too, eh?
Yeah, I'm just sweaty. I just got jams. Yeah. And then I stole this. I stole this bracelet. It's cute.
That's really cute, actually.
And then I have this Pandora bracelet with a little butterfly on it because I'm very into butterflies right now. And then I have a little chain on this Pandora bracelet that is gold with diamonds, and it has the constellation for Gemini because let's wake that up because I'm a Gemini and I love that. And then I just got a tattoo yesterday with you, And it's a butterfly. So for all of the viewers who are watching the video portion, you'll see my butterfly here.
That's so cute.
But it's basically just my ring finger and my middle finger, and there's a wing on each side. So when I put my hands together, it looks like a full butterfly. And it's super cute, and it's very reminiscent of chrysalis, metamorphosis, changing.
And I feel like this is the year of metamorphosis.
It's really the year of it. It's giving Hilary Duff metamorphosis. And it's also just like, I don't know, I've spent so long being a chubby little caterpillar, just eating and rolling around and I'm a little butterfly. And then now I really want to cocoon for a bit, and then I just want to come back bigger, badder, stronger than ever. And I also got a tattoo yesterday as well on my ankle of a little lamb because of Mariah, obviously. If you know, you know. She calls her fans the lambs.
It's so cute.
Her little lambs, her lamely. And so I got a little tiny little lamb on my ankle. And then also this butterfly tattoo kind of goes Mariah too, because she's very obviously, her symbol is the butterfly, and she had an album called Butterfly, and then her that very famous 2 rings that she wears that are like worth $500,000 each, and they're just butterflies. And then she has a single called Butterfly. And so shout out to Mariah.
Love her.
And that's who I'm wearing. And then who are you wearing?
I'm just wearing, pants are from Zara. Top is from Section 35. Shout out to Justin. And that's it. Oh, well, I'm wearing a Nike beanie, black Nike beanie, and I have black blood diamond, actually. They're called blood diamond earrings. I got them for Christmas from my mom. They're 12 karat little babies. She's so sweet for giving me them.
I know you hate carrots. I haven't seen you eat a carrot in
These
years.
are the only carrots that I like. And then, of course, my bracelets from the usual New Wave of Healing. Shout out to Sharita and Bella. Miss you guys.
Yeah.
Very comfy, very cozy today.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I also want to know, what is your current obsession and why is it Heated Rivalry?
Okay.
We need to get into this.
You bitches know we have to talk about Heated motherfucking Rivalry.
Oh my God. What a beautiful time it is for queer media right now. It makes me so excited.
Can I tell you how I found out about this show? I remember it was 2 months before the first episode ever aired. And I knew that it was going to be very small because it was a Canadian production. It looked really low budget. And the 2 actors, Connor and Hudson, were doing their own marketing for it on TikTok, and they were just being really slutty with each other and very queer baity and like very just like, I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be, but it kind of seems a little cringe, not gonna lie. The guys are super hot, but I'm like, I don't know what it's going to be like. So I remember bookmarking it and being like, okay, when it comes out, I'll give it a shot, whatever. And then I saw more and more content that they were making, and I was like falling in love with their personalities, and I was like, wait, this is actually exciting. I can't wait for the show to come out. And then I remember the moment that it dropped at midnight on Crave, and I literally set an alarm and I watched it at like 12:03.
Oh my God.
I got my fucking Uber Eats order. And I sat my fat ass down in front of my computer. I was eating my jerk chicken and my rice and peas. And I loaded that shit up, and I remember within the first 5 fucking minutes of episode 1 of season 1 of the Heated Rivalry, I almost had to like pause and like put a tarp down where I was sitting because I was soaked, mama.
Fuck, I was
I
bricked up
the
entire fucking season.
I turned that computer chair into an ocean, mama, a swamp. But yeah, no, it was crazy because in the first like 5 to 8 minutes, they're like already in the showers, like jerking off, staring at each other, and I was like,
so
I had
crazy.
to literally pause and be like, what the fuck am I watching?
I'm so glad I watched the episodes like alone. I couldn't imagine watching it because I was actually going to watch it with my family, like, in the living room at my mom's house.
You might as well just put on porn.
Yeah, literally.
It's just porn with a storyline. That's what I thought. And I was like, this is so crazy. Like, how is this allowed on TV?
Oh my God. I don't even know.
Whole.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy that it's on TV. But I remember like the first time I heard of it too was I think it was like a little clip on TikTok, actually. I think it was shared by Crave or whatever. And it was the scene where they're in the alley and he's having a smoke. He's like Rosenoff, Hollander. And then, oh my God. And then the trailer dropped, and then I remember watching it and being like, this is gonna be good. Like,
Oh yeah.
because if you know me, you know I have a thing for hockey boys. got a brutal history with hockey boys.
Brutal is crazy.
But I just remember being really excited because, yeah, I feel like we rarely ever get queer representation like that within media. And like, I think the last film that I remember was like Red, White, and Blue. I think is that what it's called?
Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Red, White, and Royal Blue. Yeah, the one that was on Amazon. Like, I remember that one made me feel all like giddy too and everything. But Heated Rivalry, man, this is like a whole other ball field. And it like makes me really excited and just makes me
ball field.
Oh, whole other arena.
Whole other ball game.
Yeah, ball game. Yeah, whatever.
You just be saying shit. Scott knees.
I don't know.
Whole other ball field. And you're so confident. I love that you're confident. I hope nobody takes away your blind confidence.
My delusion.
Yeah. There are certain lies I allow you to cling to because I'm a good friend. I want to burst your little bubble.
I fucking love that. Let me live in my world.
Yeah.
But yeah, Heated Rivalry. I can't get enough of it. I'm so excited. I'm just so happy that it's getting all the success that it's getting right now. And like seeing Hudson and Connor on all these Tonight shows,
like
getting invited to like a Chanel dinner and like Harper's Bazaar and
presenting at the Golden Globes.
Critics' Choice. Like that is crazy. And it's just exciting. And I just hope this proves that a queer media deserves to be pushed more.
Not only that, Canadian.
Yeah.
Because Heated Rivalry is 99% Canadian made. All of the cast, the crew, the writer, the director, the producer.
Iconic.
So amazing. And they had literally like a $2 budget. And they took those $2 and like stretched it in the best way possible.
Turned it into gold.
You can tell that they made sure that that money went to do exactly what it needed to do in the best way it needed to. And it just goes to really prove, it really exemplifies that when you have good storytelling, good actors, good plot, good dialogue, just a good story that people are rooting for, you don't really need a crazy budget at all. You just need to be able to sell the illusion. And they sold it so well. The chemistry between those two is off the charts. Just, you could tell that they really cared about their characters and what they were putting out there.
Exactly.
And that it was handled with a lot of grace and a lot of delicacy. And I really think too that it kind of reminds me of Schitt's Creek.
Oh, yes.
Because Schitt's Creek is also Canadian made and started off very similar
and that
vibes.
was also a very iconic show.
And Schitt's Creek was iconic. Schitt's Creek was like famously turned down from different like networks because people didn't really see the vision. Same with Heated Rivalry, turned down from different like certain networks because nobody really believed in it. K-pop Demon Hunters wasn't believed in.
Oh yeah, that's
nobody believed in that.
K-pop
and then it's just like Canada just keeps proving over and over and over. Like, you doubt us, and then we are the biggest thing on TV, biggest thing in like media at all.
I mean, shit, we even got Justin Bieber and Drake.
Literally, yeah. Celine Dion. And so it's crazy to think that like a Canadian show like K-pop Demon Hunters got famously refused from like certain networks and then like these big networks, and then it became the biggest thing in the world.
Oh my god,
for so long.
K-pop Demon Hunters is just another obsession that I'm still obsessed with to this day, and it's been like 7 months since it's been released now.
And it was like the #1 movie on Netflix.
It was my #1 song, my Spotify Wrapped.
That's crazy. Yeah, and now they're like getting Oscar nominations, which they so deserve. And it's like, yeah, it just reminds me of Schitt's Creek when nobody believed in it, and then the first 3 seasons go by, and then they're on their 4th and 5th season, and then you start seeing them sweep the Emmys. They literally were nominated for like 13 Emmys or something, and they won them all. And then they just like literally everybody in the cast and crew won an Emmy. The writers won an Emmy. Like everyone won an Emmy, and then they just took a bow and then ended the series and just said,
"Mic shot."
Period.
Yeah, literally.
And they're all Canadian.
That's
and it's
so iconic.
I really want that for Heated Rivalry. I don't know if they can qualify for Emmys, which sucks.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I read something about them not being able to qualify for it because it wasn't like,
there wasn't like 50 or like, it had to be like 51-49, like American Canadian or something. Yeah.
And so that kind of sucks. But
I swear they will probably sweep up the Canadian Screen Awards.
100%. They're going to dominate the CSAs. Let's go to the CSAs.
We have to go. And if we beat them, I'm going to fucking cry. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Listen, we're manifesting that for 2026. We will be at the CSAs.
Heated Rivalry, Real Rank collab. Imagine.
Stop.
I would cry. Hudson,
No, I actually
Connor,
would
we
cry.
love you.
Their chemistry and all of the interviews they do together are so chaotic.
They're so funny. I think it's Hudson or Connor.
Hudson.
His fucking humor.
He's crazy.
So fucking funny.
It's so unhinged. He's so different than Shane, his character.
Yeah.
And Connor's so different from his character, Ilya.
Oh my God. Like, I was thrown off that he actually didn't have a fucking Russian accent, because his accent in the show is like fucking perfect. Like, he gives off Russian very much.
Yeah,
so.
he really went hardcore into that role, and he also like he really tricked a lot of Slavic people into thinking he was like Russian.
Yeah,
because he had like all
really
the mannerisms down and everything. He learned Russian, which is crazy. And yeah, so manifest that for us, you guys. 2026, real rank. Heated Rivalry. Let's sit them down. Let's interview them. Let's go to the CSAs and get a little selfie with them.
I'm coming to the cottage.
Yeah. I'm coming to the res. I'm coming to Shabugamu.
I'm coming to the Real Rank studio.
That would be so fun. You know what's crazy is the creator of the show, Jacob Tierney. I actually had supper with him.
Stop.
I did. Because he's friends with Gani Theo, who's a really good friend of ours, who's an amazing actress. And
love her. If you haven't checked out Seeds already, go check it out.
Yeah, shout out.
Makes an appearance in there. Ancestor number 2.
Ancestor number 6. I don't know, ancestor whatever, but I'm in the show for like 15 seconds. But
Jacob Tierney, yeah.
Jacob Tierney is one of the creators of Letterkenny.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Was one of Gani Theo's biggest roles. Yeah. She played Tanis in Letterkenny, which is completely Canadian, obviously made, and they did Shoresy as well, which is another spinoff of.
That's Jacob Tierney's show?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so Jacob Tierney was very heavily involved in Letterkenny.
Love him.
And so that's why he's really close with Gani Theo. And I was at an event with her, and she let me like sit at their table, and he just happened to be there. And this was way before Heated Rivalry. But I remember just like meeting him very briefly, and he was really sweet. I never really thought too much of it. And then once I saw Heated Rivalry come out, I remember Tara was the one who reminded me. She was like, oh, well, like we met him. And I was like, did we? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. So you guys, I have proximity to Heated Rivalry, to Connor and Hudson.
Let's get Real Rank on season 2.
I know. I'm like, it's not really out of the realm of possibility. I don't know. We just have to be really.
I would totally be a background actor. just so I can.
I'd be in the stands at the arena with my little sign. Go Connor, go Hudson, or go Shane, go Ilya.
Hollander,
Rosanna. Oh my God, I would love to do that. That's yeah.
I love that show.
So all the best. If you haven't seen Heated Rivalry,
you really need to go watch it.
Go binge it. There's only 5 episodes.
Was it
6 episodes?
Was it episode 5, which is like the #1 rated episode on IMDb?
Yeah, #1 rated episode on TV of all time, beating out Ozymandias, which is Breaking Bad, which previously was one of the best rated television. So episode 5 of Heated Rivalry has a 10 out of 10 stars DB with like 12,000 or 13,000 ratings, which is crazy.
That episode really fucked me up. Like
I sobbed.
I swear to God, I watched it like 4 times. I sobbed the first time. I sobbed even harder the second time. And every time I seen clips of it on TikTok, on my For You page, anywhere on my Facebook, like just tears, because it really, really does hit home, honestly. Yeah. Like growing up in the res, like unfortunately, a lot of the DL guys that I dealt with were a lot of them were hockey players.
Native provincials.
Yeah, you know? And I feel like within that, I guess, industry or within those circles, like homophobia runs rampant, man. Like it's so prevalent, and it just... hockey guys are just scary to me sometimes.
They're toxic.
Yeah, there's a lot of toxic masculinity, and
because they have so much aggression and a lot of that self-hate, and then that self-hatred for, you know, the internalized homophobia really manifests in like hyper masculinity, and they want to perform what they think masculinity should be.
Exactly.
And then it really quickly becomes dangerous.
Very dangerous, and it comes out in different ways, and it just made me think of those guys, really. And I was like, I really hope this like show kind of like reaches them, so they could kind of see, like, you know, and like they see the response to the show, and like see like, oh, like maybe it is cool to be a gay hockey player, you know? And I just really hope that that showed them that it's okay to kind of be yourself and to kind of step into your identity and take power in that, you know, like.
I hope they're all watching the show secretly and just kicking their feet.
And just feeling good about the future and feeling
and
hopeful.
Probably stroking.
Yeah.
Knowing them.
Flicking.
Yeah, flicking the bean with fucking tears in their eyes.
Oh my God, yeah. Like, and that episode really fucked me up. And I feel like it fucked up a lot of people for sure. And
I was watching it like how old divorced dads watch football. I was literally standing, hunched over with my like hands on my knees, like it was overtime in the last like shootout, and like freaking out watching, like sweating, tears in my eyes, like just gritting my teeth.
That
like
was literally me. Episode 5, I watched it at my mom's house, and I remember everybody went to bed, so I watched it in the living room, and I remember I was screaming. I was like, and then I was like, just like had the pillow on my face, and then I was like sobbing, like full on, like
hitting your inhaler,
hitting my vape,
hitting your vape like it's a fucking inhaler.
Oh, it was just so. Oh my God! It really. I just remember like after the episode finished the first time, I just remember like sitting there and being like.
Yeah,
just balls for like a good like minute. And it was like, that was so good. Like, and it's really rare for a TV show like that to kind of have an impact like that on me, because it just really hit home. It was good. It was really, really good.
A lot of it for me was hitting because obviously I'm coming out of this long-term relationship with my partner who was with me for so long, and the whole period of like falling in love, that like honeymoon, sparkly, like everything is amazing, rose-colored glasses, like falling in love is intoxicating. It's like drugs. It's like makes you insane. It literally makes you insane. Yeah. You're running on like all these different chemicals rushing into your body that you've never even felt before. And you don't realize you can care about somebody so much, and it starts to really fucking change you. And I remember all those feelings of when I was falling in love. And so like, now that obviously I'm single now and everything, watching that and like seeing them fall in love, I felt myself yearning for that feeling back of like falling again for the first time. Like I want that. It's like literally like drugs. Like you're chasing the first hit. Like I wish I could like experience it again, you know? So that's for me where I was watching it from that perspective of like, oh, they don't realize what they could have, and they're so scared of this love feeling. Yeah. But really, that's why they call it falling. You don't get to choose. You just fall. And it's scary.
Free fall,
yeah. And you don't know what's real. And love makes you do crazy things.
Oh, God.
Love changes your boundaries. It tests your boundaries. It makes you...
It literally changes your fucking DNA.
Yeah. Your brain chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's everything about it. And so like, yeah, being able to see queer people who are very beautiful fall in love like that and just like have those moments was just really, it was good, you guys. Make sure you go watch Heated Rivalry. Watch it alone. Watch it with make sure you rev up those rose toys.
Like, I know my toys are just all worn out now.
Yeah.
That season.
Yeah, we were talking about Scott's sex toy being like one of those real old school ones that just run on diesel, and you just have to use a cord, a rip cord, and it just
backfires.
He's just God damn it, just pulling on it over and over. And then just big black smoke. He's like, fucking thing, just kicking it. Come on. Oh. Come on. Just so horny and frustrated. Fucking hurry up, fuck. Hurry up. Piece of shit. Just has Heated Rivalry pause.
This is going to wear off.
Real sick. Quick before the kids wake up. Just Christmas morning.
I heard it running this morning.
Why does it smell like diesel? The whole hallway smells like cum and diesel.
Dude,
just swollen bean.
Oh my God, my bean was just worn out after that show.
The minute your bean hears the intro to Heated Rivalry, shit,
not again.
Here we go again.
You promised no more.
You're scaring me.
Oh no. It's just SpongeBob. Help!
Yeah.
Water, please, no more.
It hurts. I'm already dead.
I have nothing else to give. Fucking God. Oh my God.
Anyway, go watch Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
Needless to say.
It's,
Binge it in one day, and then they already got approved for season 2 and 3. So
oh my God, I'm excited. And I once I finished season 1, I went down a rabbit hole on TikTok and started reading like the books.
You
and
spoiled it for yourself.
I spoiled it for myself. Yeah, I needed to spoil it for myself. That's how like I was just so obsessed with it. I needed to know what happens next and what's gonna happen in the future.
There is books. There's lots of books.
There's like 6 books in the series.
Yeah, for those of you that are literate, go check it out.
I couldn't read any of them.
Yeah.
So
Scott got the comics.
I got all the TikTok reviews.
Yeah, the picture books, the audio books.
Oh my God. But yeah, spoiler alert, it just gets better and better and better. And I'm excited.
Cannot wait.
This is going to be a good series.
I would love for them to have a little tiny bit of lesbian or like bisexual. I know Connor is bisexual, but it doesn't really like explore his bisexuality all that much and call it bisexuality.
Yep.
I would like to see some WLW. I'd like to see some lesbos, and
let's get some scissoring on season 2.
Yeah, let's get some tribbing. Let's get some bean parties going.
Speaking of Canadian shows, last time we were talking to our viewers, we were talking about how we were preparing to film for our, well, not our, but APTN's new dating show coming out, Rezervations for 2. And we actually wrapped that up in August, which was like a month after we dropped the last podcast episode. So I feel like we should talk about that because that was a fucking experience, man.
Oh gosh, it was an experience.
We were in Winnipeg for like 2.5 weeks. It was my first time ever being number 1 on a call sheet, and I felt
shout out.
I felt like extra VIP.
No kidding, you were the star.
Oh my God, we both were the stars. It was amazing.
So yeah, it was really surreal. It all kind of happened so quickly because from the moment we got reached out to do the audition, then we did the audition, and then 2 months later got the callback, got booked, and then I think within like 3 months we started filming.
Yeah, 3 to 4 months.
The whole thing happened within like 7 to 8 months.
Within the year, yeah. Because I was still living with you when we had the first meeting with APTN at your old place.
And I was just like, holy, it's bada bing, bada boom. And we were just like already booking off time and signing contracts and like heading to the gig to do the thing. And the thing that people I think don't understand about this show is like, I'll just say like Scott and I are just the hosts.
Yeah.
The show was already created before we were ever involved. It was already greenlit. They already had completely developed it. All they were looking for was talent to do the hosting part, which because it's reality TV, and this is the first time that APTN has ever solely sponsored themselves a reality television program like this for entertainment purposes.
That's very true.
And so it was a big risk on their part, a big shot in the dark. And so,
which is really cool. I feel like
it's kind of fun.
It's kind of, yeah, it's nice to know that APTN is really taking these risks and really trying to, really listening to the next generation, I guess you could say, on what they want and what they want to see within media.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we were the ones who they reached out to because you can't, like I said, because it's unscripted and it's reality TV, you really need to make sure that the people that you're hiring to come in as hosts are going to be able to improv and think very quickly on the spot and are going to be providing constant entertainment because that's what the show is. It's not serious. It's entertainment.
It's fun.
You want to watch it and laugh and have a good time. And so we knew that going in, and I think they had seen our podcasts.
Yeah, the show creator, Crystal, shout out to Crystal, love her.
Yeah.
She actually came across one of our TikTok videos, she said, of our podcast, which is pretty cool. And it was immediately like, these two are perfect for the show. I mean, we kind of fucking killed it, not gonna lie.
We did fuck up that audition. They didn't even need to do the full 40 minutes. They were like 20 minutes and they're like, we got what we need. We're good.
Yeah.
And I told her, we were sitting in the Uber together and I was like, be honest, like, who did you have in mind for the show? She's like, honestly, only you guys. She's like, I didn't even ask them to ask anybody else. Like,
and that makes me feel like so good. Like,
no,
and it's kind of crazy. Like that all came from just this little idea that we had. Like I remember we were sitting at Shayla's table when Shayla was living here in Toronto, and we were coming up with name ideas for the podcast.
Oh yeah,
remember? And we're just like going back and forth, and just like this all just came to be like that, you know. It all started with an idea. And it's really yeah, it's just really exciting, really awesome to see how it grew, and really thankful for all of our supporters, everybody who listened and shares and talks about our stuff and books us too for stuff. You
No
know,
kidding.
like you guys really made this possible, and it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So shout out to you guys.
It feels like we're doing it with them.
Yeah, like it feels like we're bringing you guys along. It just is a ride for all of us.
No kidding. Like we don't know what the frick we're doing half the time. We just go in and do the thing.
Oh my god! Like
I'm like, where do you want me?
my first day on set filming, like I was so fucking scared. I feel like that whole 2.5 weeks, I was just an anxious mess because I was just so nervous because this is my first time ever being on a production like this, or being kind of like the star number one on the call sheet. You know, like usually I'm in the behind the scenes. Usually I'm styling and doing wardrobe, and shout out to the hair and makeup team and the wardrobe team on the set because they really grounded us during this entire time and really made the experience extra special too. And yeah, it was just really interesting to kind of be put in that position. And when I was there and kind of got used to it, I guess you could say, I was like, I feel like I could do this like pretty often.
Yeah. You start realizing that it's really all in your head.
Yeah.
All you're really being asked to do is
be yourself.
Yeah. Be funny, which it comes so naturally and so easy.
Sometimes I feel like I'm like too ranked though some of the times, but then them being like applauding it and being like, yes, we love this. Like it just makes you feel good just being yourself and being applauded for it and just being like,
there's no way it would have worked if they were putting a lot of restrictions on us and really policing what we were saying. I could not have done it like that. And even like remember the first time we were like filming and we were like being like not swearing and not like saying anything too crazy, and we were just being very like
I remember feeling stiff when we were doing that. And then I remember we were asking them like, oh, like how do you want this show? Like, are we allowed to just like swear and talk? And they're like, yeah, be yourselves. And then I remember we just like, all right.
We're like, all right, flipped it on. And we were like, hey, woo.
Cracked my knuckles. All right, let's go.
Don't need to be anybody we're not. And then they loved it after that. So that was really, really good. I remember the director called us one take sluts.
Oh my God.
Because we were just killing every single shoot. We didn't have to do any reshoots for our reshoot day.
That was crazy.
We didn't have to film anything twice. And I'm just really proud of us for that.
Too.
Because that was a really big deal. And there hasn't been like a ton of people that have kind of done that. And to do it as a duo and to just walk into it not really knowing what was going on, and even like we didn't even know who the daters or datees were going to be until like literally 5 minutes before we were going to start filming. Everything was changing so much. It was so volatile.
We were still casting when we were filming too.
Yeah, I was helping them cast while we were like filming. And so we had to be very adaptable and very quick and very fast on our feet. And I think we rose to that occasion very well. Obviously, the first few days were like growing pains a little bit, but like I've been on sets before. I've done this before. I've literally hosted a television show before, which was way more intense and way more because we were flying everywhere and there's so many moving parts.
Series,
and everything that could have went wrong. So this, in hindsight, in like comparison, Reservations 2 wasn't as bad. It was very chill compared to the reclaim that we did. Oh my God, that was crazy. So I had a lot of experience doing it, and I was very glad to be doing it with you, obviously. And
same.
I just felt like we just had a really fun time. And I was nervous that because some of the dates were so awkward.
Oh my God.
So fucking painful to watch.
I can't even like, there's still some dates that I think about too. And I'm like, damn, like if I ever go on a first date, I never want to do that or ever. Like I just think of that. Like I'm like, don't. Things not to do on a first date.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of that.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, people don't know how to date. But like,
but like, nobody doesn't know how to date these days. Like, everybody's just so used to DMing and just like nobody, like we were talking about this, nobody does courtship anymore. Nobody
Who courts anymore. I'm like, why don't we court?
Bring my family some horses.
Yeah. I'm like, let's bring courting back. Real fucking 1700 Victorian. Just let's bring courting back. Very
courtship.
Yeah. But anyway, I can't really blame any of the contestants, or I don't want to call them contestants, any of the participants, because they were all amazing. And one thing that a lot of them were saying was that not only had they never been on a date, but they'd never been on a blind date.
Yeah.
Some of them hadn't even left their communities before. And so to come to the city, go on a blind date, and then have 40 or 50 people from staff, like crew, filming you and watching you, and then have us two commentating and watching secretly. That's nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah,
so like
definitely.
I don't blame any of the participants for being really nervous. I would be nervous too, but it made for okay TV because
that's what
you have
I
to
was
lean
thinking.
into the awkwardness, right?
There was like some moments on the show too where I was like, this is gonna be good TV.
Yeah. I'm like, it feels horrible in the moment because you're like, damn it. You're like
Fuck.
hiding your eyes, like cringing, trying not to
Cringing.
like, it's like so awkward sometimes. But
Oh
then
my
you're
God.
like, no, this is gold. Like,
Yeah.
this is what people want to. It's like watching a car crash. You like can't look away. It's like doesn't feel great to watch, but then you're like, woo, you can't. You're just
like,
drawn in.
Yeah.
And I was so nervous that those awkward moments where like they would be just really not having good conversations, that those would come through and be hard to watch for the episode when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But
we watched
seeing
an episode already, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, APTN invited Scott and I to Winnipeg to watch one of the completed, edited first episodes of the show with all of the music and the graphics and all of the, you know, the things that they need to like finish the episode were all done. And so we got to see it in its entirety and we got to see the editing style.
Oh my God.
And the editors did such a good job.
Shout out to the editors, man. Like I can't imagine being an editor and having to watch that footage.
There's hours and hours and hours of footage.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And so
they did an amazing job.
They did such a good job because all of the really painful, awkward moments were, for the most part, edited out. So you don't have to sit through like drawing blood from a stone sometimes. But then all of the like little subtleties of like us making comments here and there, or like facial expressions, or like really awkward moments, like they were really good at capitalizing on them and making them seem actually genuinely funny, and like the awkwardness was purposeful.
Yep.
And so the editors did a good job. Scott and I watched the whole episode and laughed.
I was
the entire episode.
Yeah.
Even though
like,
we were in it, we knew it was going to happen, but we still, it's like watching it for the first time. And I'm like, oh my God, people are actually going to like this. Like I got excited for it.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm excited for it to release. It's going to be releasing just upcoming June.
Make sure you guys watch it. Make sure you guys hype it the fuck up.
Yes, you guys.
Get us to season 2.
Let's get a season 2. Let's do a lot of things with this, because I feel like there's so much potential with this show that we could, like, there's so many different cities that we could visit and so many different niches that we could bring in, and just bringing back that idea of courtship. Fuck this DMing shit now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like fuck Tinder, all those things. Like let's bring dating back. I love dates.
I love going on dates too.
I love free
fun.
food.
Yeah, even if it's the person's not for you, doesn't mean you can't make a connection.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't have to marry the person. That's the point of dating.
Exactly.
Get to know them. Have fun.
Yeah.
And some of the dates are like that. You can tell that right off the bat in the first like minute they're not vibing romantically, but they still have a good time.
Yeah, there's
good sports.
Yeah, I'm just excited for everyone to see, because it's gonna be a good series for sure.
I'm so excited. So yeah, June, APTN, mark your calendars, boys and girls and gentle bays. I can't wait for it to come out, and hopefully, we get a season 2. Hopefully, this is our heated rivalry.
Fingers crossed.
We get a big budget for season 2. Sweep the CSAs. That would be amazing.
And speaking of which, so technically, I'm considered a TV host now.
Yeah, literally.
I could get
That's literally what you've done.
I could get an IMDb page now?
You will. The people who make the show will automatically add it to your IMDb, so you don't have to do it.
But do I have to create it?
No.
I don't have one.
You can claim your IMDb page. It's already going to be created for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's exciting.
So I went on my IMDb and I have like 4 or 5 credits, and I didn't even know that I had an IMDb. And I went on there, and then it says, "Is this you?" You can log in now to like claim your profile.
Oh.
So you can have like access to it, and like,
if anybody doesn't know what IMDb is, it's like this website for
International Movie Database, basically where you go for all the credits and
cast, and I honestly don't really know too much about it, but I just know it's a good thing to have.
Yeah,
it's all the famous actors are on there.
It's just a place that just shows all the things that you've been a part of in film and media, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's what we did. Go check out the show. Super, super excited for it. Now we're going into 2026.
2026.
Any New Year's resolutions?
Honestly, New Year's resolutions. Really, there's only one that I was kind of thinking of, and that's I really want to get back to my weight that I was before.
Weight?
Yeah, my weight. I want to lose weight.
Oh, okay.
I want to get more healthy, start working out more. I feel like that's everyone's typical New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I definitely want to do that. The past few months in 2025 were just rough, and I was just traveling a lot and eating out. And I'm like the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I literally went on a scale at my mom's house the other day, and we were talking about it. And I was like, I'm literally the heaviest I've ever been. And I don't like how I feel. So that's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to change that and just working on a lot more different projects, creative projects, fashion as well. I got working on a magazine that we actually just announced the name. It's called Un.ceded, which is really exciting. We're working on issue 1 right now. We're going to be doing a call out to collaborate with different creatives across Turtle Island. Really want to kind of bring this project to light. I want to ignite that love back for fashion that I once had, because I feel like it kind of died out over the years just because I got so busy dealing with other things and doing other projects, and life happens as well. So yeah, it's just kind of nice to kind of recenter myself, rebalance myself, and ground myself again. So
this zine that you're doing is an alternative, because you were going to write a book.
Yeah. So originally I was actually writing a book. It was going to be called How to Decolonize Your Closet.
Love.
And then I realized, like when researching my book or researching to what I was going to put in my book, I just realized that Indigenous fashion is just constantly evolving. Fashion in general is just always evolving, and it just made more sense to kind of come out with something that was kind of a book, but was also like had different issues, that could just come out. I'm thinking of doing it like a yearly thing, like an issue once a year, or maybe 2 issues a year. We'll see. Still kind of navigating that. But yeah, I originally was going to do a book, but then it turned into a zine. Kind of want it to be like a coffee table book. Like I always think of those coffee table books with like Chanel and Dior and stuff like that. So I want one like that. Like,
who are you going to have collaborating with you on it?
Well, I don't know. Like that's what I'm gonna research for right now. I want to collaborate with a bunch of different graphic designers, models, artists, hairstylists. I just want to do like a lot of creative shoots. I want to collaborate with different writers as well, different Indigenous writers, and just
you have
anybody really in the creative community who wants to be a part of this.
Mentor.
Yeah, yes, I do. So when I was coming up with this idea, I fucking started cold DMing a bunch of people. And I actually reached out to my talent agency, to Talent Bureau, and I was like, hey, like I'm writing this book and I want some mentors to help me. And they actually manage a lot of different authors within their organization. And Margaret Atwood, the one who was the creator of Handmaid's Tale. I honestly don't really know too much of Handmaid's Tale, but I just know Margaret Atwood is like an icon in the Canadian writing author field. And she was one of my mentors for a bit. And then when I was talking to her, she was like, I think this could be like a magazine book. And then so that's when I started reaching out to different magazine editors. I reached out to Edward Enningfill, Corinne Reutfeld, Anna Wintour, of course, Christian Allaire. Just different people. And I actually got a DM back from fucking Corinne Reutfeld, who's like this big editor-in-chief for CR Fashion Book in Paris, France, and does a lot of work with Vogue, all the different Vogues across the world. And it's just a really big prominent figure within the fashion industry. Wow. And I just feel like blessed and lucky to be able to like just DM her and be like, hey, like I have a question. And like she's really sweet, really cool. So I'm excited for this project and I'm excited to see where it goes. I definitely want to bring in a lot of Indigenous and emerging fashion creatives and kind of create a platform for them and really make sure that they're able to express themselves. Because I feel like there are fashion magazines right now, like the only Indigenous magazines that I could think of, there's only 2 that come to mind. That's Native Max magazine, which I love. It was actually a cover star for Native Max back in 2021. Shout out to my friend Bliss, who shot all of those photos. Love her. And then there's another magazine called The Nation, which is actually within Iuishti. And, they're really good publications. I'm not like trying to diss them or, talk bad about them. They're really important and I love reading them and supporting them. But I wanted something that was a little bit more experimental, I guess you could say, a little bit more creative and expressive and just more artsy, I guess you could say. I don't know, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but I just wanted to kind of go against the grain a little bit and showcase Indigenous fashion in a whole different way. Because I do believe that it is high fashion, it's luxury fashion. Like nobody is really looking at Canada right now as a fashion capital. But I truly believe that Indigenous fashion here in Canada could really make people look at Canada and being like, oh, like they are fashionable, you know, just like Paris and Milan and stuff like that. So we're not always just wearing North Face and Lululemon. But yeah, like I'm excited for this project. I'm excited to just involve as much people as I can. We have, like I said, like we mentioned before, we have a lot of friends in creative fields that I want to be able to collaborate with. Friends who are producers that I want to bring on to kind of help on. And yeah, like I want to hire art directors, creative directors, stylists. Like I just want this to be a community thing, not just for me.
So you heard it here first, folks. Go and follow un.ceded on all socials.
un.ceded. And how I came up with the name was I wanted something that was just like one word. You know, like I don't really like The Nation or like New York Post, New York Times, you know? And like if I think of like fashion magazines, there's like Paper or ID or Days. Fuse.
Oh, that's the drink. No, right? Fuse. Iced tea. Vogue.
Vogue. Yeah, like it's all just like
GQ.
One word. Like, well, GQ is like not even a word, but
I'm gonna just shut up.
So like, and then I thought of un.ceded, and I was like thinking like, oh, this is gonna be an Indigenous run magazine. Not really looking for outside funders as of right now, like I'm kind of self-funding it at the moment, so I could do this first issue all by myself, just to prove that it can exist and that there's a market out there and that people want it. And yeah, I just want to do that, and kind of maybe for like issues, like the future issues, I'd be able to kind of pitch it to different funders and eventually get a big budget where we could make it like really magical.
And then invite me.
Yes, of course. Yeah. And I want to do like a magazine launch party.
Ooh.
I was thinking of like, I don't even know where I would do it, but I was also, I was thinking of just picking one place. Like I was thinking Montreal or either Toronto. Mm-hmm. But I was like, why don't I just like travel? Like, why don't I just do different magazine parties all across like the big urban niche capitals like Vancouver, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, like Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Saskatoon,
Prince Albert,
Yukon, like maybe even go to Nunavut, like Nunavut.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would
White
be
Horse,
so iconic to go up there and just travel around with this magazine, because like Vogue isn't doing that. Like, you know, like it'd be, yeah, because I want this magazine to be a community thing. So yeah, I have a lot of plans with it, still developing, but yeah, I'm excited for it.
Love that. That's so exciting.
Yeah, 2026 is going to be that year. But what are projects that you are working? I know you're working on some good things that are coming up.
Yeah. First of all, my New Year's resolutions are to... Okay, this is going to sound crazy.
What?
It's going to sound really fucking crass. But I want to just like fall in love with my body again.
Yeah.
Not in the, like, obviously I want to like lose weight and get in shape and all that, you know, that goes without saying. But like, I really want to revisit my sexuality and my spirituality within sex itself and through the lens of sexuality. Because I just, for so long, I've just had such a horrible relationship with my body and sex and all of that. And coming into this new year, it's really, and being single and like technically I'm able to go out and like fuck around and be with whoever I want to be and have my little hoe phase and all these things. And I'm just not doing it because it's not me.
Yeah, no, I still can't believe you never went through like a hoe phase.
I know. And I'm like thinking, it's not that I want a hoe phase or anything, but I really want to unearth and revisit the feelings that I have around intimacy and sex specifically, not even just intimacy, but the actual act of like sex and things like that. I want to figure out why I am the way that I am and figure out a good way to come to a middle ground with like, yes, I've had all this trauma, but how can I move forward and still honor myself and have fun and do all the things that I deserve while not feeling fucking guilty and shamed and weird about it and like not hurting myself and making poor choices and fucking with my boundaries. Like when if I'm with a guy and I'm like, we're getting hot and heavy, immediately my first thoughts pull me out of the situation. They pull me out of the moment. I can't enjoy it because I'm constantly thinking like, when am I going to stop them, or how far am I going to let this go? And like, I'm really just, it's a wet blanket on the situation that is not sexy. It's not fun, but it's the way that my body reacts to it.
Yep. Oh, well.
So I want to like I don't know. I want to go to like maybe I'll do like a tantric massage and like go to like sex therapy, or like go to some kind of like getaway where like
those would be really beneficial.
I watched this one. It was like on Netflix. I can't remember exactly what the name of it was, but it's like all these really, really famous, super smart sex therapists come to this like, I guess it's like in some tropical island, whatever, like this resort. And they invite all of these couples in who have really horrible sex lives.
Yeah.
They love each other and they're committed and they want to get better at it, but they don't know how. And they come in, and I only watched the first 2 episodes, and I just cried the whole time. I just cried so hard. I was like, this is so real. Like, you can love somebody so much, but your inner trauma and all the things you've been through, or the way that you view your body, or like whatever, like you shouldn't have your partner touch you and like wince away from it. But sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah,
and it doesn't mean I don't love you. It's just like, this is how my body reacts.
Memory. Yeah.
Yeah. And so just watching them work through it and like do all these little exercises and like touch each other, and like they cry and they're like, oh, I really like this. And it makes them like fall in love with each other.
Wait,
again.
what was the show called?
I think it's called Masters of Sex or something like that. It has Gwyneth Paltrow in it. I think she's the host.
Oh, okay. Yes. I think I remember seeing like an ad about it or something.
Oh my God, it's so good. So
I have to check that out.
So yeah. So one of my New Year's resolutions is to just like really figure out like, what do I like? Because I like I said, I heard the term gray sexual, which is like
sexual.
Yeah, you know how there's like asexual?
Okay, yeah. What's gray sexual?
Gray sexual is this new term. Shout out to my friend Jairus who told me about it, where like you don't constantly experience sexual arousal all the time. So it's not asexual. Yeah. Asexual people just experience no sexual attraction at all. I do often, but I have these moments where I'm just not into it at all, and I don't want it at all. And it's not a bad thing. It's not like I'm turned off by it. I just don't care for it. Like, I'm not one of those people who needs sex every single day, you know? Yeah. If I'm with a partner, I'm cool doing it once a week. It's fine. Like, I'm really not always thinking about it. And I, for a long time, thought that something was wrong with me. I'm like, shit, I should be like, oh, why are all my friends fucking 4 times a day? Like, and I have no desire to do that.
Yeah, no, it's true. People are different.
Yeah. And so learning that I'm different, and it's not a bad different, is like a big goal of mine. Just to be okay with that. And so, yeah, gonna do that. And then I also really want to get better with money. I just
manage it more, or
yeah, like for example, I just got cows and plows a few weeks ago, and my reserve got cows and plows. But
the only cow this got was plowed.
I know you've been plowed by a few cows. Yeah, but I've been hearing about cows and plows for literally 15, 20 years. And I just never thought that our reserve would actually get it. Yeah, exactly. And then we ended up actually getting it. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? We're actually getting it. And it wasn't, I had no figure of like how much it was going to be in my mind. I heard rumors that it was going to be like 50K, and then I heard 45, and then I heard 30, and it ended up being 35.
Oh, nice.
Which is nice, but I put most of it in investments.
That's good. That's smart.
And I feel good that I did that because
she's an investor now.
I know. Because I make okay money now, but like there's periods where I don't have a lot of money, and then there's periods where I have a ton of money.
Yeah, I get that.
It's the life of what we do. You get like a whole season of amazing gigs, and then a quiet season of 2 months of nothing.
Yeah, usually like the winter months are very quiet.
Winter months are very slow,
which I really like.
But then we're balling in the summer, and so it's really about like how to manage your money, and putting away a ton of it in investments makes me feel good. But I realize that I don't really totally understand money all that much as I thought that I did.
No, same.
And I suffer from poor kid syndrome of just like anytime money comes into me, I'm already thinking about how to spend it. And I don't like that I do that.
I do that too often.
Yeah, you're like, how can I spend this money? And it's like, you don't have to. You could just let it sit there. You can save it.
Exactly.
That's an option. You don't need to be buying everything all the time. If you didn't have that money, you'd be fine without having that money. But because you have it, now you feel like you have to spend it.
Yeah.
You can always make it work.
That's the thing too, is that they don't really teach financial literacy courses in communities, in our reserves.
No.
Like, fuck, I didn't even hear about financial literacy until I was like in college.
Fuck no.
Like in my business course. So, which was the last program that I took, and I was like 25, you know? Like I feel like if I learned more about that in high school, or if I was younger, I definitely would have been more smarter with my financial decisions that I have been in my adult years.
Absolutely.
We don't give that.
No, we don't.
There's not even really that much workshops too that really offer any of that financial literacy to
because we
Indigenous youth. or
we have financial trauma.
yeah.
I mean, I was born into debt.
Mm-hmm.
Every single
a lot of indigenous families, yeah.
Nobody in my family has savings. Nobody owns anything.
Yeah,
They don't
nobody
know
invests.
They don't own homes. They don't own anything. They have tons of debt, and they live paycheck to paycheck. Most of them don't have jobs, so they're living off of government subsidies, and it's just a never-ending cycle of borrowing and like not being able to pay it back. And money ruins relationships and it ruins families. And I don't want money to always be a scary thing in my life.
Yeah,
we need to do a whole episode on money.
On money,
we should.
We should actually, yeah. I think because there's so many things we could like talk about it. Yeah,
from our own perspectives. And so, anyway, so yeah, gonna like make sure I'm better about money. Hopefully, fingers crossed in 2026. And in terms of projects, I really want to get my short film off the ground. Because this past year, I participated in the Imaginative Shorts Films Lab. There's 4 of us that got chosen.
It's pretty sick.
I pitched this idea for a movie as a music movie. And it's a short right now because it was a shorts program. So I worked on it over the span of 5 months with the Imaginative team. Shout out to Bliss and Jason. And they really gave me some good feedback on the script. And my script went through, I think, 15 revisions. And I had a team of like 5 people reading it, which was very nerve-wracking because I'm always nervous when people read my stuff and have to like critique it. Because I'm like, that's my baby. Don't say anything bad.
It's the same with fashion too. Yeah.
But then they do it and then I'm like, no, that makes sense. Like you have to be okay with receiving criticism. And that's something that as an artist who creates things, I have to always be okay with. People are going to have opinions and they're going to voice them. And not everything is a personal attack. People are allowed to have opinions.
Yeah.
And so went through the program and now my script is complete. It's completely complete. Amazing. 15 revisions. I'm happy with where it's at. And now I'm going to be applying for development funds or maybe not development funds, but production funds to start actually like filming it. I don't think I'll need more than a week to film it because it is a short.
Yeah.
And I could just utilize, like, I don't need a big budget. I can utilize a ton of my like friends and family who are already you
have a good network.
Totally. So I could do that. So I really want to do that. And I just want to say, yes, I've released a movie and just be like, it's living out in the world now. And I did it and I did it on my own. And like, it's come from my own mind.
It's literally like a part of you though. Like if you look at all of your content and like everything that you created since you started your career, like I think creating films is just something that's so natural to you.
Yeah.
Like writing scripts and productions and being a fucking actor, you know, like that's literally you. So it's really
storytelling.
Exciting. Yeah, storytelling. It's part of
really what it is.
Part of our bundle.
Yeah, it really is a part of our bundle, humor and storytelling. And I think that that's a big reason why people listen to us is because there's one way to tell a story, but then there's a great way to tell a story and have them hooked, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And one of the, I don't know if this is me being neurodivergent or whatever, but like one of the things that I experience as a creative is that when I'm going to create an idea, I already have it in my head. So all it is just me describing what I'm seeing in my head.
Yeah, no, I agree.
People are like, how do you start? I'm like,
it's just always...
It's already done.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're like, well, like, how do you put the first thing on the page? And I'm like, no, baby, I'm working backwards. Yeah. I'm reverse engineering whatever is going on in my head. I already see it. I don't have to guess at what it is. And it took a long time for me to realize not everybody has that.
I was just going to say, I wonder if that's like an air sign thing, because I feel like I think like that a lot. You think like that a lot. And even Morgan thinks like that a lot. And we're all fucking air signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, so what next?
We always work backwards.
Obviously this.
Yeah. We work backwards. We're backwards people. Two-spirit people.
Seriously, from a different perspective. And that's exactly how it feels. Because like, I'll go into situations and I'll be like, it needs to be like this. I don't know why, but this is what feels normal to me. And I'm watching it like a movie in my head. Yeah. And then when I'm writing the script, I just have to basically shut my eyes and like write what I'm seeing. And then I'm like, I already have the blueprint of what it's going to look like. Yeah. And then I get to like play around. And that's the fun of making what we do is getting to play around. And then you bring it to the actors or whoever I get to be in any of these things that I do. And then they bring their own little flavoring to it. And then I'm like, ooh, I love that. I love where this is going. And then the minute I don't like something, it's jarring.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I don't like that. That's we're not doing that. Like my body's really good at telling me what works, what doesn't.
Yeah.
And then I trust it. And then there's things that and that's the one place in my life, like being a creative, script writing, producing and filming and acting, all of that feels like my expertise. But then the minute I'm doing like anything else, I don't trust myself. So I don't work in that same way.
Mhm.
But that's why I'm like, okay, this is my space. This is what makes me feel comfortable. So 2026, I'm gonna have some IPs, some intellectual property going out into the world that I own, that I've created, and I'm gonna be proud of them, because at the end of the day, the goal really wasn't to be an influencer.
Yeah.
That's nobody's goal, is to be an influencer.
It just happens.
You just create content trying to pursue your art. And on the way, you gather some followers.
Mhm.
And then that ends up being what people know you for, is making social media content. But really, they don't realize you're actually a storyteller. You're creating new media. You're creating these viral moments of skits and sketches. Like,
That's very
you don't
true.
look at people who do SNL and are like, oh, that's not a real art. Well, of course that's an art. It's one of the biggest art forms ever, is
Literally
creating those sketches and those moments for people to laugh and enjoy and storytell and critique pop culture through the lens of comedy, which is what comedians are. They have a social responsibility to push the envelope and to have their fingers on the pulse of what's going on in culture and in community. And so as an Indigenous comedian and somebody who prides themselves on making people laugh, I think that that's just a natural progression for me. I want my films and my television series to speak for themselves and to really just be something that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
And pull me away from being stuck into this pigeonholed trope of being just a dumb native influencer, which feels so not fair.
I know it's not fair at all. Like, I feel like we always get fucking under a microscope with everything.
Yeah, you can't do shit.
You can't do shit without criticism, which is, I mean, I guess it's part of our path creator planned out for us.
Guess
but
so.
it still doesn't feel fair sometimes. But I wanted to ask, are there any things that you could kind of spew out on, like, your script that you wrote, like your short film?
Hopefully nobody steals these ideas.
Or maybe there could be producers or people who are willing to be like, oh, let's invest in this project listening to.
Yeah. Actually, it's kind of funny. I went to a party for Imaginative this past year and hung out with Tantu. Tantu
Love
Cardinal.
her.
Love her.
Auntie Tantu.
Auntie Tantu. Cookum Tantu. But she hung out with me for like 2 hours, and we were just like drinking wine together and like holding hands and just running around the event, just being little brats. And she ended up talking to me about like, so what do you got going on? And I told her about this project that I'm working on with Imaginative. It's just a short, and one of the main characters is an elder. She's like the mother. She's the grandmother of my main character. And she has a pretty pivotal role in the show. And Tantu said, without even me asking her, she stopped me and she was like, I'll do it. And I was like, I was like, you don't have to. I didn't even like ask her, right? And she's like, no. She's like, you call me, whatever it is, I'll come, I'll do it. And then she grabbed her assistant. Make sure you remember this. I'm going to do this thing for him. And I was like, oh my God. Imagine my first short film has Tantu Cardinal as one of the actors.
Iconic.
That'd be so iconic.
Every time I think of Tantu and just like being I've only ever met Tantu in person once, but we know it. She knows me.
Oh yeah, we FaceTimed with her.
Yeah. I like the first time I met her, she was like, "It's so nice to finally meet you," and gave me like the biggest hug ever. I was at the Seeing Red party, and I remember just feeling so much warmth and like love and like protection almost. Like she's just like a protector, it felt like, and I felt really good. And I just, every time I think of Tantu now, I just think of that hug, and she makes me feel like emotional. Like, yeah, I love her. Like, she's such a fucking trailblazer and an icon for real.
Totally an icon, living legend. And one thing I think that really resonates with her and myself, and maybe you too, is that you just know, because she's had a career spanning 5 decades. And she was one of the pioneers of being in one of the first and famous Indigenous people in film and media. She has like over 100 credits to her name. She's been in every single thing.
Red carpet,
yeah,
like Golden
she's worked
Globe.
with A-listers, like all these things. She's a woman, and she's an Indigenous woman.
Yeah.
It could not have been easy.
It's so
I can't imagine.
Inspiring.
I mean, she even told, like, when we were on FaceTime with her, she was telling us some of the stories of like what she had to go through growing up. And I was just like, holy shit. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, and here I am complaining about certain things. I'm like, it was way worse back then. And so she has kind of I wouldn't say a reputation, but I've heard people say that she's kind of a hard ass, and she's got like this really rough exterior and all these things. And my response to that is like, she's a strong bitch.
I'm like, no, she gives boss bitch energy.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. Yeah.
She probably had no choice but to be really
She has
strong.
Yeah, she had to speak up in all of those productions, because I bet there's so many different productions she was on that made her feel small.
100%.
Or people who were trying to make her feel small as an Indigenous person.
Yeah.
And the fact that she was in those spaces and speaking up, you know, like, and that's the thing too, when women speak up, they automatically just get labeled as, oh, they're a bully or
a bitch,
you know,
or a diva.
Or a diva, yeah. When in reality, no, they're just expressing their needs, they're expressing their concerns, like they're.
And she probably had to be that person in order to get through all
she
of
probably
that
had
shit.
To educate a lot of people.
And if she wasn't, then she would be just like totally ran over and pushed over,
like
and silenced.
She really is like, and I say this respectfully, she really is that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, she is iconic. She is a trailblazer, and I just love her, and I'm so happy that I get to call her Auntie Tantu now.
And she gonna be in my movie.
That's so exciting, though. I really can't wait to watch her.
It's a music movie. Think Josie and the Pussycat Dolls, but make it Indigenous. I want it to be feel good, coming of age, pop music blended with traditional powwow. And the main sort of theme of the movie is fighting to be in two different worlds, but understand that both are valid and both make you up, and you don't have to choose one or the other. You don't have, just because you like listening to Paramore and wearing a leather jacket and some fishnets and some Doc Martens doesn't mean that you don't also like wearing a ribbon skirt and going and singing at the drums or singing with, you know, traditional music. And so Indigenous people are so multifaceted.
Exactly.
And we're allowed to be so many different things while still being Indigenous.
Yeah, we're allowed to exist in so many different worlds.
And our Indigenous identities are allowed to look the way that we want to make them look. And nobody can say, oh, and here's the thing. We get this all the time. It's like, oh, you guys don't look like you practice your Indigenous culture, like where you come from and all those things. It's like, why? Like, do you want me to like just wear braids every single day and like put a feather in my hair, and like, is that the only version of me that you want, to be like the most perfect Indian, whoever
digestible?
Indian? Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get it. Because,
I don't get it either.
Me being me is Indigenous.
Yeah, and me existing is just being Indigenous.
And any art that I make, regardless of whether it's like typical, quote unquote, typical Indigenous art, doesn't mean it's not made by an Indigenous person.
Exactly.
So just being pigeonholed and being like painted with one broad stroke feels really unfair.
Yeah.
And I really resent when I see people criticizing other Indigenous people for not being as sacred. I call them cultural snipers.
Oh yeah.
Because they're too deadly. Their high horse is so high it's not even a horse anymore. They're in a sniper tower and they're untouchable. They're just holier than thou. They're the most sacred people who ever Indianed ever in their life. And then they see other people who don't match up to what they consider acceptable, and then they just drag them and rip them down. And the funniest thing is and there's a couple of them that I follow on TikTok who all they do is just shit talk, and it's like, girl, you're literally behind the scenes. I know you guys. I've seen you in the community. You're not fucking sacred. Like, it's just it's hypocritical.
I'm like, babe, I did ketamine with you.
I know. I'm like, wasn't that you falling around at the rave last weekend? And didn't you just cheat on your boyfriend? And don't you just drive around in the fancy cars and like travel the world and wear crazy clothes, fast fashion? Like, what happened? Like, you say water is life. I'm like, babe, all of your captions are AI generated.
Like, babe, your Sheen sweater.
I know.
It's like 20 fucking gallons.
No kidding. And I'm like, and yet here you are being like, oh, I go to Sundance, so nothing else matters. And anyone who doesn't is a bad Indian. And it's like, all right, chill out. Like, you're not that sacred. It's not that sacred. Like, but yeah, so I just hate that. And
it's unfortunate, really, because I feel like I've been dealing with that a lot. I feel like we both deal with that a lot, you know, with just our platforms and everything, because and I don't want to like sound like conceited or anything, but we're very just like unapologetically ourselves, you know, and myself, like, I love a glass of Pinot Grigio at dinner, or a glass of red wine, you know. I love to smoke a joint. Yeah, I love to go to a rave. I love to go to a fashion show and be immersed in all these things. And then apparently, because I like to do that, it makes me not Indigenous, or it makes us pushing harmful stereotypes, which is not fair, you know, because like you said, you know, we're allowed to exist in different worlds. And it's just, we shouldn't be pigeonholed, that's for sure.
And this is our first time doing life.
We're all just fucking humans, just
We're making it up
navigating
as
life.
we go. And for so long, we've really let those voices win and have silenced ourselves and presented ourselves as people we're not and expended so much time and energy. Time will never get back. Time that other people who aren't queer brown people ever had to ever consider.
That's true.
And so now we're at a place now where we get to be ourselves. I don't want to waste one single fucking minute before I die being anything but myself.
I'm not trying to be a watered down version of myself just to make other people feel comfortable. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fucking go and heal yourself. Like, look within and figure out why you feel that way about other individuals.
Yeah. Spend all that time and energy on you.
That's literally what I had to do just this past month, because as 2025 was ending, I feel like you've probably seen all of the shit that was going down on social media with pretendians and God, it got very, very messy, and I for sure let people have a piece of my mind, you know, and I let them have it, you know, because I was coming from a place of just I had enough. You know, I was so sick and tired of everything and just had years of pent up, like, just energy that I needed to release. And I remember, like, during that whole situation, I was very vocal about a lot of things, and then realizing I had to talk with, like, my friends, and, like, Tara really, really grounded me during the situation. I had to really reflect back on myself and really reflect back on what I was doing and how it was going to benefit me and benefit our community as a whole, you know, in the future. And I think in those moments, finding those moments are really nice, because it made me kind of backtrack a little bit. I don't want to say backtrack, but, like, it made me just kind of reflect, I guess you could say, a lot of different things on where I was kind of putting my energy towards and who I was giving my energy to and who actually didn't deserve my energy, you know? So it was good, kind of. I feel like that whole situation needed to happen in 2025, because it really kind of I was able to bring that energy and kind of transmute it in a way into 2026.
Transmute? Okay, vocab. Who is this person and where did Scott go?
I've been reading more.
He learned how to read, you guys. Wow. Color me impressed.
I've been listening to more audiobooks and reading more and just trying to get more knowledgeable.
I'm transmuting my energy. Shut up. Okay, alchemist.
Oh my God. But no, that's literally how I felt. And, like, I feel like that whole situation needed to happen in 2025.
So for those of you who are, like, very confused about what situation he's talking about, really quick, there was a pretendian who was called out named Thomas King. Long story short, he was always a pretendian. We always knew about it for, like, decades. But he himself came out and was like, hey, I'm not Cherokee. Surprise. I just made a ton of money off of it.
I just own a Jeep Cherokee.
I just fucked this girl named Cherokee. Yeah. No.
That's the only Cherokee I love her. Shout out to her.
But yeah, anyway, so he was like, surprise, I'm not actually indigenous, but I just made a book called The Inconvenient Indian and made a ton of money off of it and became super popular. Anyway, so that really rocked the community, because a lot of people didn't know that he was a pretendian. And then
I didn't even know who the fuck Thomas King was until that whole situation came out. And I also don't. Yeah.
I'm like, babe, I knew you didn't know who he was. I didn't expect you to know who he was. He's just one of the most famous indigenous scholars.
He's not indigenous.
Wow, sorry, yeah. Ooh, let's wake that up.
Indigenous.
Yeah, quote unquote. But anyway, yeah, so, and this was December, literally last month, and it caused dramageddon online. Indigenous Facebook, the Moccasin Telegraph, Facebook First Nation, Instagram, TikTok, everybody was talking about pretendians again. It seems like that's all we talk about these days. But
they fucking run rampant within our community.
They're crazy. They're everywhere. They're like little cockroaches. You'll move a little stone and they just go scurrying. They're everywhere. Anyway, this was at the exact same time that Spotify Wrapped was coming out and everyone was sharing all their Spotify Wrapped. And so some indigenous person, I can't remember who it was, but they made this meme and it was like Spotify Wrapped 2025 Pretendian Edition. And it was like the top 10 Pretendians of 2025, which is insane.
And you know what? I hate this because Big Bird was on that fucking
Not
list.
Big Bird.
Not motherfucking Big Bird. Big Bird is a Mananui. He's a Mana Nui. Oh my
Big Bird is
god.
Maori.
He's Maori. And like if you go back to when Big Bird was a baby, you'll see his like little aunt calling him, "You're my Mana Nui."
Yeah.
Big Bird. Big Bird.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So I will die on that hill. Big Bird is
I think Mana Nui means like spirit bird in
I think
Maori.
it actually means big bird.
Big bird, yeah.
In
and
Maori.
Yeah, and so if you go back to Sesame Street, you're gonna know Big Bird was the only indigenous person on Sesame Street. Not Buffy. Wasn't Buffy.
He was more indigenous than Buffy.
Ooh, imagine. So Big Bird was on the list, which was horrible. We resent that. But then there was like Michelle Latimer and like
the Gill sisters,
the Gill sisters, Thomas King,
Serene Fox.
Who else? There was
I don't even remember.
Buffy, obviously. Anyway, Joseph Boyden, like whatever. But then, yeah, a certain individual who was on the list who we're just going to talk about it for 50 seconds and then let it die.
So over this person.
We're going to leave this person in 2025. But they really were fighting for their lives online, arguing with everybody, and their indigeneity was up for question. And the thing is from my perspective, and I'm not going to name this person, but this person knows who they are and will probably be listening to this, honestly. But they just caused a lot of hurt and a lot of harm, a lot of real harm and a lot of hurt in my life and in the lives of many of my close friends and my family for many years.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking 4 or 5 years. And out of respect for my close partner in crime, Tara, I stayed silent about this individual and all the things that they had done. And I took the high road, which was very difficult for somebody like me who, when I receive injustice and harm and somebody throws a punch at me, I don't just dodge it. I need it back.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
And so for me to take a step back and to really just chill and let this person do what they do and watch them do what they do and not say anything about it felt really hard. But I did it out of respect for Tara. And this whole instance that happened in December really opened up a lot of trauma and a lot of wounds that this person had caused. And I heard a ton of things that they were saying about me to close coworkers and colleagues of mine that have been on projects, and found out that they were blocking me from getting certain jobs and like certain opportunities. And it was just like the perfect storm of all of those years of resentment and hurt building and building and building and building, finally coming to a boiling point where I couldn't keep them in anymore. And so I took that opportunity where everybody was like coming after this person, and I used that opportunity. And like, it's exactly what you said, Scott. It changed me.
Mm-hmm.
It made me into a really angry person. Yeah. And that hurt manifested as just anger. Mm-hmm. And I was mean to her.
And that's the thing too, is like, people will always be like, oh, we can't act out of anger, but we're fucking human, you know? We have these emotions, and unfortunately, sometimes we lash out, We're fucking human. We're not fucking perfect,
Yeah.
That definitely was the case for me.
And we don't like that became the version of us. Like, yeah. She literally brought me to her level.
I'm not an angry person. I'm never really an angry person. I'm angry at like injustice and colonization and fucking capitalism and everything. But yeah, I understand that exact feeling. And after that whole situation happened, I was just like, I need to call my energy back.
Yeah.
I need to bring that energy back to myself and channel that into people I love.
Yeah.
And bring that energy to projects I love and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to transmute.
We're transmuting this year. 2026 is the year of alchemy. I don't even know if that's a word.
It's alchemy.
Alchemy.
You know what? We're working on it.
You know what? I'm still reading.
Yeah. We'll learn a couple of words.
Book yet.
Yeah.
I'm reading Becoming Superhuman by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's basically how you just kind of evolve into a more powerful, spiritual kind of person. He's been teaching me how to transmute.
Ooh, I love that. Your 2026 goal should just be to read the dictionary. Just read a couple of pages a day, babe. Memorize some words.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I need to.
Yeah. But that's a wrap on fucking 2025. Good riddance.
2025 brought a lot of hardships. It fucking rocked our shit for sure, but it also brought so many blessings, so much memories.
It brought Shawn Mendes into my Instagram to follow me.
It brought us to Queen Latifah and Paris Hilton and Kylie Jenner
and Timothy Chalamet and Alex Consani and Anya Taylor-Joy and Flavor Flav,
Quenlin Blackwell,
Emma Roberts,
like we got to
Troye Sivan.
Like there's just like, I know, like it's so easy to like kind of like focus on like the hard shit in life, and then it's like so easy to just kind of be hung up on that. For me anyways, like I usually always am like that, and I sometimes forget about all the happy moments and like the special moments and the memories, the good memories that were so healing and so like just memories that I know that I'll be holding for like my life. Is like, though I'm just so happy we made a lot of those this year.
Bitch, 2025 brought us the Real Rank podcast, which has been one of the biggest blessings of my whole life. So much fun.
It's you guys. You guys made it possible.
No, honestly,
all the
listeners,
like you guys listening and supporting
our
and
Real
just
Rank
encouraging
cousins.
us. And even though it's been 7 months from the last episode, you're still waiting for an episode and still commenting on our shit saying, when's the next podcast episode? When's the next podcast episode? And I love you guys, you know, like you guys really changed our lives for sure and really just brought a lot more joy and blessings, and super, super grateful to be on this journey with everyone, and can't wait to bring you guys along for more different things that we're going to be doing.
Continue meeting you guys in the community. We've met so many of you folks already.
So many. And like the thing is too is like our demographic is like so wide.
Yeah.
Because like I would like meet like a little like 12-year-old and be like, oh, I love you and your friend. And then I'd meet like a 70-year-old auntie being like, I love your podcast and your videos. Like everybody. And it's just like, oh, me. Like, I love that. I love
Real
that.
Rank for all ages.
Yes, exactly. And even though we talk about a lot of topics that aren't suitable for all ages, it's just nice that impact is felt still, you know, and the message is still being heard, and people are still feeling that joy and making them maybe even just embracing their little rankness a little bit, which I love.
100%. I think that the world would be a better place if people weren't so concerned with looking pretty and being perfect all the time, and letting a little bit of that rankness come out a little bit. It's like,
we all got it in us.
Yeah, it's like one of those valves you open to like let out all the steam. It's like every once in a while you got to do that so that you're not carrying things, negative things that don't serve you. And yeah, our vibes are rated E for everybody. E for everyone.
Oh my God. So 2026 is going to be a really fun year. I'm really excited because we actually have our first gig coming up too of 2026. Kai and I were actually asked to host the upcoming Sacred Thunder fashion show. I think it's called Wear the Storm fashion show, taking place in Calgary, Alberta.
This weekend. We're leaving tomorrow.
We're leaving tomorrow, yeah, and it happens on Sunday. And it's taking place in the old Hudson's Bay building, which is actually pretty iconic because reclaiming back our spaces, you know, and reclaiming back our power as Indigenous folks, which is really cool. And in case you guys didn't know, the Hudson's Bay Company in Canada, they recently went bankrupt, and a part of the reconciliation plan is that they're giving a lot of these different HBC properties back to Indigenous communities and First Nations communities across Turtle Island. Yeah, there's one in Montreal actually that was recently just gifted to our region, Iwishi, and we're going to be building it into they're building it into an Indigenous homeless shelter, which is really amazing. Yeah, it's important, and I trust me, I've spat with HBC. We've had a little tussle back in the day. So this is kind of like a nice new step. But I'm excited for this fashion show. Like I said, 2026, I want to just immerse myself more again into fashion and bring back that love and just be around cool creatives who just want to create shit and transmute our energy.
Shout out to Alex Menitopias, who's the one who created Sacred Thunder, who is a great friend of ours, and they just do badass shit and like two-spirit power to the max.
Literally.
And yeah, that's honestly, it's so cool that that's our first official gig of the new year as a group. doing fashion.
And I love
doing
that
art.
I love that it's fashion too, because like you don't really go to much fashion things in the winter times, because there's not really much things. There's no fashion weeks happening in the winter. So I just start off this year with a nice fashion show with some
queer indigenous fashion
with
show,
amazing designers and amazing individuals hosting. Like, I'm excited. So this is going to be a good event.
Yeah. So excited for that. And if you want Real Rank to come to your community, do not hesitate.
Yeah,
to reach out.
We'll come.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah. We went to so many different communities this past 2025 and a lot of special memories. And I always think of this one trip, which was the one to Kawajikamuch.
Yeah.
And that time that we spent there was such a beautiful and such a fun time. Oh my God, I just want to go back. And it just gave us the vision. If Real Rank were to ever go on like a community tour in the future, like the type of format we could have, like coming to your community and doing like a live podcast show where we involve everybody and answer questions, ask questions, just have a dialogue within your community and just have a Real Rank time.
Totally. Yeah. We were only supposed to be there for an hour and a half and do like a little presentation. And then we ended up just talking and we ended up staying like 3.5 hours. And then like pretty much half the community was at this like little hall, all so gathered. Fun. And we did basically a live podcast, but they would be making comments and telling their own stories and like asking us questions. And like, it was a live interactive dialogue podcast, which was so much fun because they brought all their stories. We brought our stories, and we just like really connected, and we had really high moments of like laughter, and then we had like really serious moments of like being emotional and crying and feeling like we're healing things.
It was that was what I was going to say. It was a lot of healing energy, either through laughter or tears. It was there. Yeah.
And what a great thing to package up and to take on the road. If we can do that in different communities and people want us to do it, I would do it. That's so much fun.
Imagine we had a TV show.
Yeah. Real Rank Road Trip.
Real Rank Road Trip or something.
Let's go and do something like that. Like just so much fun. And we really want to do more of that in 2026 and meet community members and be out in the community and be in the bush as much as we can. So definitely let us know if that's something that you're interested in, and we can start putting together just the way that a show would flow and thinking about production and things like that. And yeah, just have a really fucking fun time. Fun time.
2026 is going to be a really fun year, and I'm excited for it. Yeah. More memories to be made, more drama to be had.
Oh gosh, yeah. Party never stops.
More cancellations.
Yeah, more near cancellations.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I wonder how much times I've been canceled now in my career. Maybe like 5-6 times.
Yeah. I don't think I've been cancelled. Have I? Not really.
We could make that happen.
Yeah. There's still time.
2026 is just getting started.
It's true. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh my God. It was nice. This was a nice episode. I missed being back on the mic with you.
I know. Me too. I love laughing. I miss it. And I love just shooting the shit. Holy shit. We're at already an hour and 40.
Wow. I didn't even really feel like that.
That's crazy.
I don't know if you guys seen Kai's post, but we actually filmed an episode yesterday. It was like 2 hours almost?
2 hours.
2-hour episode. And we realized the audio file didn't save.
Oh my gosh. I pressed the wrong button, I guess. I was supposed to press record again.
I think it was the SD card.
Because so we went out and bought a new SD card. Like a really fancy SD card, and we put it in, and now it's working. So I think it was just our shitty SD card that didn't want to work. But unfortunately, we filmed 2 hours and thought we were being real deadly and having a great chat. And then we went and looked back, and none of it had saved. And it was like kind of heart-wrenching.
Because we were
like getting punched in the stomach.
I know. It was like, we
took the wind out of my sails, not gonna lie.
So we were just happy to be back on the mic.
But we were kind of messy on that episode, so I'm kind of glad that we didn't.
Yeah, we were kind of like everywhere. And we didn't
there was no structure. We were just talking shit.
7 months. We're just excited to be back on the mic.
Being real messy, gossipy. And then I remember we were walking today and eating, and I was like, maybe this is for the best. Maybe Creator just destroyed that file because we needed to redo
it. Yeah, there's probably a reason why I didn't save. Yeah.
But anyway.
Shit.
We're gonna probably film another episode in Calgary, and then we'll have 3 more episodes coming out for season 1, and then we'll wrap up season 1 in a good way, and we'll start on season 2 for 2026 and have our guests, and
it's gonna be exciting.
Sponsorships, and like
hopefully
really
get a nice production studio
and just hit the ground running.
Yeah, and hopefully we don't have to do everything ourselves now, and so we don't have to lose files again.
Get us help, you guys.
Help us.
Yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. And thank you guys for listening and sticking by us.
We love
Hope
you
you
guys.
all had the most amazing holidays. You got lots of good rest. You ate lots of good food. Spent time with your loved ones, and that all of your 2026 New Year's resolutions come immediately to fruition very quickly and very strongly. And yeah.
Sending a lot of love and blessings to you guys. The holidays were rough on my part, and I know the holidays could be tough for a lot of people, so I'm just holding space for you guys and sending love wherever you are. Thank you for just being on this journey with us, and we're excited to see what 2026 brings the Real Rank Pod, but also what it brings you guys too. So I hope it brings you guys a lot of blessings and love and gratitude for this year. So
absolutely, we love you guys lots. And yeah, with that being said, this is Kai and Scott signing off.
Bye guys.